man, we back with another one. Today we gonna be speaking on your boy Webbie and Vlad. All right, 42 Dugg and his whole comment about Jay-Z. Right. So first up, Webbie. This is just came across my radar probably a couple years ago. I'm just now speaking on it. Maybe nobody else caught it because they don't listen to down south rappers. Like I said, a lot of these bloggers who talk about down south rappers don't even listen to them, never did. They can't reference nothing from the early 2000s unless they look it up. Put it like that. So your boy Webbie, man, Savage Life 2. He came out with that, that was 2008. I remember when that came out. One of the coldest albums to come out of Baton Rouge, and you can't deny it. It was all the tracks was no skip. But one thing that stood out to me after a while was the lyrics on this song here. Like I said, all these tracks. I mean, I'm talking about like I know with Young Dro. Everybody, all the females know Independent, 612s. I Miss You. It was playing back to back on BET. Top 10, 106 in Park. Dodo. That was just his biggest smoking song. Besides, Lay Way Back, Savage Life 1. So he had to come back with another one on that. But then we get to then he had a miracle with Birdman and Rick Ross, which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was nice too. That was around the time Rick Ross had just came out. So them doing the song together, they ain't worked together since, I don't think. I haven't heard Rick Ross and Webbie on a song ever since Savage Life 2. So we get down to Fly as an Eagle, which I think was track like number 17, something like that, with Pimp C. I think Pimp C had passed away a year prior in 2007, if I'm not mistaken, and with Fox a Million, whatever you want to call him. He had another Cohen out of Louisiana and Baton Rouge, and he was on there too and had a nice verse. Like I said, this for that, if you that music head from back then and knew all of this, plus Lil Wayne, plus everybody else, it was back to back. DJ Khaled was coming crazy with everybody being on tracks, going to Miami because everybody loved Miami at the time. It was it was thriving down there. So, like I said, Fly as an Eagle. We get down there, and one thing that stood out to me was a verse about when you get the Webbie verse, he had the last verse after Fox, and on that verse, he said that all them dudes don't keep a G to your cop. And I remember he told me don't stop. Rest in peace, boo. I owe you a lot. Got my phone call. Boosie said let's go to the top. So my dog Lil found doing 5, I'ma hold him a spot. Rest in peace, boo. I owe you a lot. That kind of always threw me right there. Who is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because Boosie is not dead at the time, right? So who, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that went over a lot of people's head. Like I said, he got some explaining to do with that one. Maybe you gotta clarify this lyric, man, because it's kind of looking like he told me don't stop. Rest in peace, boo. I owe you a lot. I just got a question about that lyric. You gotta clarify that. we want to hear it. So yeah, man. If you think I'm tripping, then go listen to the song. I mean, he said it clear as day. So moving on to Vlad and 42 Dugg. I feel like 42 Dugg should never went on Vlad TV because, dude, Vlad was bringing everybody on there who wanted to go against CMG. Everybody had nothing but bad things to say, and it's crazy. He finally got one person from CMG on there in almost 10 years. Black Youngster was probably the last person on there from CMG. And 42 Dugg on there. I didn't watch the interview, but bro, from little skits I seen with him and other people, I think he was already saying that he was throwing salt on Juke's name just like the rest of them, and saying what he was saying, and now he had to pay you to be on his interview. I guess you got some album promotion going on, Dugg, but y'all got to learn to not take it to Vlad, bro, because they got nothing but smut to put on everybody's name. But then, then he come out with this interview talking about he knew the viral tweet of him and Jay-Z talking about he bribed Tory Lanez, all this bullshit. Man, we know you ain't do none of that because we never seen you in the same room with Jay-Z, never in the same room with Yo Gotti, never in the same room with Gucci Mane. It's like you talking. There's a lot of these social media bloggers. They all talk to the under, motherfuckers who don't even have a real story. So y'all they take that and run with it. They ain't never got no clarification from nobody. You don't hear it from even with Clem and Jeezy, none of that. So Dugg, I don't think you should have went on there, bro. He ain't got nothing but police games to play with CMG right now. You see what he did with the whole Hernandez thing, and I know you ain't got nothing to do with that, bro, but still, it's just all these bloggers just trying to incriminate Yo Gotti of some kind. They want him to go down so bad, and it's not about glorifying no kind of gang member, none of that. It's about glorifying being that black man making it out of the ghetto and not being in the feds, locked up. You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole dream of that, living your life. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Y'all think Dugg should have just went to Cam Capone or something? Well, I mean, not Cam Capone, but Art of Dialogue. Man, y'all got to stay away from Vlad, bro. I keep telling you. Say Cheese, it seemed like he kind of distanced himself from Vlad a little bit ever since I've been coming out saying stuff. So, and I'm coming back putting the foot on the gas. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, man. Peace.